the best way to learn about cultures, to learn about people, is to learn with people. That's sort of number one. That's the key first step in our book, is just being around and being part of the community.
Bojo, Dokme Bisha Dejnakas, Bodwadami Dao, Bloomington Dochbia. I'm Dokme Bisha. I am from Bloomington, and I am Potawatomi. I'm a member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. As far as we can trace it back, we can trace it all the way back into the northern parts of Indiana and Michigan through my mother's side, through my grandfather. One of my great-great ancestors was on Potawatomi Trail of Death, where we were forcibly removed via the Indian Removal Act to Kansas, and then later we moved down into Oklahoma, where the tribe is today. So I came here for ancient history, but as I've kind of gone through that, my interest has actually changed, and I'm starting to look into doing more history within Native American studies, particularly with the Anishinaabe tribes, which is the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi, particularly Potawatomi within that regard. What I want to use that for is to kind of help bring back some of the culture, the history of my tribe that was lost throughout the years, to kind of go back and reclaim that.
The First Nations Center is here to serve as a home away from home for Native American and Indigenous students on campus. That's our number one priority, is making sure that students who come to Bloomington from all over the country, make sure that they have a point of connection where they can come together and learn from one another and share in their cultures and traditions. We have programming throughout the year. We have speaker series and film series. We offer workshops for anyone who's interested in bringing in a speaker to talk to, whether it's their department or office or class. Sometimes the second Monday of every October is Indigenous Peoples Day, and we always invite speakers and host programming then. November is Native American Heritage Month, so we have more films. We always bring in a speaker or an artist. We invited artist Stephen Paul Judd, who's from Oklahoma, he's Choctaw and Kiowa, to Bloomington to help paint a portrait of Jim Thorpe. We had been in conversation with Stephen and said, hey, wouldn't it be great to come to Bloomington and paint a portrait of Jim Thorpe that could be hung here on campus? And Stephen said that in the past he's worked on projects where it's sort of a community participatory type of painting, something where he creates the outlines and then invites everyone, passersby, who's ever there, to contribute to the painting. He would tell them what color, and they would find that spot and paint in that piece. It was a 3-day event where Stephen was set up in the IMU, and it was on the main stage in this wonderful public area where everyone who passed by, from students to community members to Dean Dave O'Gwyn, came by and painted a little bit on this painting. They got to connect with all of these points, and everybody got to learn and come together. And at the end, a painting was produced that didn't just represent the history of Indiana University or a native history of Indiana, but it represented this coming together of the community to support and highlight the native history and native presence on this campus. Our biggest event is my favorite event of the year, is our annual powwow, which happens at the beginning of April every year out on Dunn Meadow. The important piece of the powwow, I think, is making sure that Native students on campus and those who are part of the powwow committee feel connected to it. You know, there is so much planning that goes into it. There's so much logistics and budgetary discussions that it's easy for something like this to become not fun. And our goal is to make sure that does not happen.
It's this big gathering of different tribes, of different cultures, and it's just really interesting to see the similarities, the differences, to get to experience the different music, the dancing, and just generally meet people.
We're happy, we as staff members at the FNECC are happy when our students get to see people from their communities, when they get to see people they're related to, people who look like them and dance like them and sing the same songs, when they get to see their communities present and represented on campus. That for me is the win. That for me is when the powwow has become a success. On a day-to-day basis, the FNECC is a place for Native students to come and hang out, to work on homework, to have meetings, to work on craft projects together, to share and to laugh. And yes, they could do that anywhere. But what's important about our center is that it's a place where they can be unapologetically Native.
Native Americans aren't this monolith. We're not just, all Native Americans. We're Anishinaabe, we're Lakota, we're Navajo, we're Tsalagi, where people think there's this one culture. It's multiple different cultures that have some similarities, differences, and it's just this amazing tapestry. And that's something that we love to share.